Hello, everyone. This is Linda Drummond with Network in Action. And today I have the privilege of speaking with Jeff Patterson. Hey, Jeff, how's it going?
It's going great.
Great, Jeff. Let's tell everybody your company name and what it is you do.
My company name is Harbert Realty Services out of Birmingham, Alabama. I am a commercial real estate broker and an expert in representing tenants and landlords in primarily office space, but we also do industrial and land and investment sales.
Great. So tell me, Jeff, how did you get into the commercial real estate business?
That is a great question. My father and my brother are engineers. So I started off thinking I had to be an engineer. So I was in electrical engineering in college. And the way I like to tell the story is I had an allergic reaction to the pocket protector that they put their pens in. I thought they were all kind of nerdy. And I love engineers, but I'm not that. And I had an internship and I met a guy that was head of real estate for Marathon Oil up in Ohio. And I loved talking to him about the buildings and developments that he was doing and everything. So I changed my major to finance and real estate on the spot.
That sounds exciting. All right, Jeff, so tell me, now that we have that, I know that you've been in it long enough that you've got a success story you could share with us. Would you mind doing that?
Got numerous success stories. In fact, I've got a file of letters of recommendation from clients that have been very pleased with what we've been able to do for them. I guess the one that comes to mind is, and I've represented, a lot of the companies you would know: Prudential, Aetna, Lincoln Property Company, Federal Express, Mutual of New York, that kind of companies. I did a deal with a company called Integra Realty Resources. And actually I did 3 deals with them. But the fun part of the story was the last one was, I had done a lease with them. It was a 10-year lease, and it's about 9 years in, and I was following up with my contact. And Integra Realty Resources is a commercial real estate appraising firm, national. And this guy's name is Steve Matonis, and he's an expert, and he gets hired by law firms to talk about the value of buildings and real estate and that sort of thing. So I called him up to see, kind of how everything was going with his family, and, just we're friends as well as clients. And I said, so tell me about your lease. And he said, well, Jeff, he goes, I've already negotiated it, and the amendment is sitting on my desk. And I said, Steve, what about, your expert? He goes, well, Jeff, this is what I do too. And I said, would you mind if I take a peek? And he said, come on. So I dropped everything. I went over, and I love it. And so I went over, and he had it on his desk. He hadn't signed it. And I said, let me take a peek. So I looked at it and I go, you know what? I just said, this is a pretty good deal. I said, but if you let me, if you hire me to represent you, it won't cost you a penny. And if I don't save you any money, then I'll just walk away. It's my time. And in 60 days, I renegotiated the deal. He didn't move a paper on his desk. And I saved him $350,000 that literally went right in his pocket over the next 5 years. And I said, I need you to write me a letter thanking me. And he did. So I've got a great letter of recommendation from Steve. He is an expert, but he doesn't do what I do on a daily basis, which is understand the nuances of how you negotiate, really a renewal. And we basically just created a competitive marketplace and made it happen. He's very happy.
It sounds like a great success story. Who could argue with $350,000?
And that wasn't even that big of a deal. So, obviously the bigger, the better.
That's great. So tell me, Jeff, what would you consider a really good referral for you?
With what I do, most of what I do is I've represented a number of big landlords, and I used to handle at least one of the high rises downtown. So landlord rep is a big deal. So anybody that knows somebody that owns a building that needs somebody with, marketing and, leasing expertise, I'd be the guy. A big part of my business now is tenant rep. And I've done that my whole career where I find a tenant, or if you know of a tenant that is growing or even, downsizing or right sizing, and they need to make a change, I help them find the right space, kind of match.com for real estate. And then a big part of my business is also representing companies when they're considering renewing, like what I just told you about with Steve. We create competition, we show them the market, and then if their goal is to stay and that's the best thing for them, they can stay. Doesn't cost them a penny, and they save money. And so it really saved time and money because, I'm providing the expertise and spending the time, and they're just making themselves available for the actual decisions and the happy ending.
Oh, that's great. Now, for something different, Jeff, what do you like to do when you're not working?
Oh my God. I'm a maximizer. I'm very athletic and active. I have 4 children, a son and 3 daughters that are very active. And so obviously that's my first priority. I'm also a competitive soccer player and water skier. So any chance I can uh, be on a soccer field or water skiing or boating, that's my love. And
Ah,
obviously with
oh,
with the family.
that's, you know what? Family's important. That's great. All right. And finally, if somebody needs your help or they know someone that needs your help, how can they reach out to you?
Best way to reach me is my cell phone, 407-948-1425. Preferably a text because I'm in meetings and busy, but would love to take a call, and you can call me anytime.
Great. Well, it has been such a pleasure speaking with you today, Jeff. I wish you the best of luck and welcome to Network in Action.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays.
Thank you. The same to you.